If you were forced to follow a god and continue his career, which god would you choose? This is an extremely difficult way to deal with their attacks. Not ordinary physics. It's incredibly broad, an unavoidable shadow wave attack. But the third floor of the trial tower, also, and it creates this wide swamp terrain. There is only a place surrounded in the middle. There are several huge rocks as a shelter. So this one, it tests the challenger's ability to move and avoid, or staying power. I figured that out. There was a hint of joy on the corner of my mouth. On ability to avoid, now I may not be able to compete with those who have accumulated or S-rated comparison of agile professionals, but when it comes to endurance, just obtained the passive skill photosynthesis. Restored me, unrivaled since the line of sight stage. Just do it. I snapped up. Towards the nearest swamp. The banshee rushed over, directly scared the swamp banshee into a pole. Then the thick iron spear in his hand suddenly stabbed. And I grabbed my gun and I ran. Never be greedy for knives. At this moment, sound of the marsh banshee in the other two directions. The wave attack has come. Ripples hit the forehead. At this moment, I just feel a moment in my head. 2 damages. The numbers have been poured out of themselves. 150,150 now. My level has reached level 8. Total HP under 500. These 2 attacks. Just under half of the blood left. Now I'm hiding behind the rocks. The light and recovery effects on the body have been exerted. Wait for the blood volume to return to full, and then repeat the operation just now. 10 minutes later. I often lose my breath with a thick iron spear in my hand. Relying on this rogue and lewd play. Finally, the 3 swamp banshees were taken without danger. Take it all. In a stunning flash, I also rose to level 11. Sacrifice to the swamp banshee. I start the sacrificial ritual again. The starfire of the 3 swamp banshees slowly disperse around me. The spark sacrifice of the swamp banshee succeeds. Acquire the second skill in exchange for water. I hurriedly clicked on my skills panel. Water change department skill level B. Effect innate skills unique to aquatic races. Summon water to wrap the body. It is immune to most deceleration control effects. Passive effects increase movement speed by 15%, an auxiliary immunity skill. I didn't realize it at this point. This is it. Seemingly mundane, non-destructive skills. But on the 4th floor of the trial tower. Helped a lot. And this is the moment, a system tone sounded again. Congratulations, you have killed the guardian monster of tier 3. Teleportation on the 4th floor of the Tower of Trials. Tips, there is no need to kill all the guard monsters in this layer. You only need to reach the teleportation array in the center alive. No need to kill guard monsters. And I had a little bit of doubt. And saw. After the sinister intentions of the designers of the first 3 floors, I couldn't help but be more vigilant. The 4th floor of this trial tower is definitely fried. After a few seconds, I was transported to the 4th floor of the Tower of Trials. I was dumbfounded. This room is guarded by not a few monsters. It's a whole nest of ghost fire plants. Layer by layer, spider silk like a web of heaven and earth. It is the 4th floor of this trial tower. Turned into a real silk hole. Anyone who sets foot in this place will be gradually bound to be honest. These demonic spider monsters will devour their prey in the way they do best. From ghost sealed from their fangs. Pyrotoxin. This is a fire poison dual attribute attack method. Ongoing damage from burning and poisoning. It can make any Blood Ox class explode instantly. I'm running around like crazy in these spider silk traps. Escape, dodging the spider silks that shot at me. Do not turn on the water. Seeing this, I hurriedly opened it. Just acquired this new skill. I saw a current surging from all around. Slowly wrapped around his feet. Isolated a line of water and wood. Feel the newness coming from under my feet. I'm stepping on this spider web again. But there is no blocking and sticky feeling just now. I feel unwell. Hurry up and take advantage of the time when the water change takes effect. Head towards the center of the 4th floor. However, despite the delicate position, surrounded by this swarm of ghost fire plants, it's inevitable. At this point, I just feel a tingling in my shoulder. Trapped in the ghost fire toxin state for 1 second. Poison and burning double continuous blood damage. It's coming out of my head. Burning damage, alcohol toxin damage. The damage numbers are small, but know that it's just a bite. Stacked with a layer of ghost fire toxin, and as long as you get a few more bites. 3 or 4 layers of fire and toxins. I'm afraid I can't jump a few steps. I'm all taut. Constantly dodging positions. After half time, I rushed forward regardless of everything, almost to the center of this floor. You can already see it vaguely when you look up. The top layer of the ghost candle layer. A teleportation array is glowing blue in the shade. So I took 3 quick steps and 2 quick steps and climbed up. However, just as he was about to enter the teleportation array, And I stopped myself, looking at the chasing behind, that dense herd of ghost fire pigs. I suddenly felt a greed in my heart. Thoughts of risk. I suddenly raised the thick iron spear in my hand, fiercely towards the few ghost fire pigs that rushed up. Sweep away. Dozens of damage numbers suddenly appeared. The health points of these ghost pigs, lower than the vines on the second floor. Only a hit at 10 o'clock can kill in seconds. Not many opportunities. I narrowed my eyes. The thick iron spear in his hand was precise and crisp. All the ghost fire pigs that will rush over. Yaiji has a heartbreaking cold as more and more pigs catch up. I'm destined not to be airtight. Live all attacks. But before that, I want to kill as many ghost fire pigs as possible. At this moment, the only Donwa who is watching Shu Fan's perspective. I was stunned. Shu Fan, what is he doing? It has clearly arrived at the teleportation array, but instead turned around and killed these ghost fire pigs. Didn't he hear the prompt for tier 4? Tang Weiking couldn't help but be a little anxious. In his opinion, what I'm doing now is like useless work. Even if there are many of these palm-sized ghost fire pigs. But each one doesn't give much experience at all. Using them to gain experience is just a waste of time. Doesn't he know? If the tester finally reaches the same number of levels. So who will reach the final level first? Can you get higher grades? Time is money. Shu Fan, what are you doing? Me at this time, you're in a state of high tension. On the one hand, make sure that no one is missed. What a ghost pig. Get close to your body. On the one hand, you also need to pay attention to strips that are constantly corroded by ghost fire poison. Finally, as more and more pigs came after them. And my own blood bar. It has also been adjusted to nearly a quarter of the danger line. Now we must enter the teleportation array. However, now around me, it has been covered with dense ghosts. Fireball's corpse, Starfire sacrificing ghost fire beads. My spear tip wing woo. The sacrificial ceremony was hastily opened at the last minute. Meanwhile, take a step back. 1 foot stepped into the teleportation array, while the scene around you is spinning. I've got hundreds of queues coming up. Ghost flame bead Starfire sacrifice successful. Tinder +1. Finally, a pleasant voice came to my ears. Acquire the talent, skill, ghost. This is an incredibly moving reminder. Instantly made my heart ecstatic. Sure enough, it is a pursuit of wealth and wealth. This moment is worth the risk. This is what I just ventured into. The reason for going back to kill the ghost pig? Phantom fire toxin. Know that among all the anomalies, the most controlled type of monster is poison. Most monsters, except for those corrupt creatures, will be affected by the effects of toxins, and the second most restrained monster is fire. Most fur-like creatures or wood-like creatures. Everything is weak fire. The ghost fire toxin of the ghost fire pig happened to be collected. These two abnormal states. It's a magic weapon for killing monsters. This is the risk I took. The reason to kill as many ghost fire pigs as possible, but it's all worth it now. View skill effects. I immediately switched to the ghost fire toxin gently. Magnetic stripe level 1. Effect grows on lava. Ghost fire pig clan in poison swelling. Unique toxin. Can attach ghost fire poison to weapons after use. Hit the target. Will add a layer of burning and a layer of deadly poison. Burn sustain damage and reduce target defense. Poison sustains damage and inhibits target recovery. That's a ghost fire toxin. I can't help but secretly rejoice. Then secretly, examine the scene on the 5th floor of the trial tower. I saw that I reached the 5th floor. The surrounding area has become narrow. The snow is like a coliseum. The floor is lined with marble. Just at this moment, suddenly, waves of vibration came from above the ground. The guardian monster of the 5th floor is about to appear. Soon a huge body. The shadow appeared in my field of vision. I saw that it was a figure like a hill. Ghost elder brother with rough hair. Status adult body level 15, elite burst.